Hello guys, welcome to this new video. Again, the topic is modal verbs, but we're gonna see the past tense deduction. How we know that we use or we talk about the past tense using the modal verbs. Well, it is like this. The structure. First, the past modal tell what could have, would have, and should have happened. These are the most important modal verbs to use them in the past. To use it in the past, and it is like this. The structure is the subject first, then the modal verb, plus the have, plus past participle, and the complement. If you say it's very similar to the present perfect simple, have and past participle. Well, could have, and should have are sometimes called modals of lost opportunities. Could have means that something was possible in the past, but it did not happen. It is like this. I could have studied a master's degree, but I decided to travel for a year. It was in my possibilities to study a master's degree in a good university, but I didn't want it. I didn't want. I wanted to travel around the world. Carlos Vela could have been the best soccer player in the world, but he preferred basketball. You know, the situation, he didn't want it. He didn't want to be the best. It's his own decision. My cousins could not have stolen the money because they are honest people. Okay, right here, if we want to say the sentence is not, we can say couldn't or could not. Could not is the formal. Could have. Could have is a bit more difficult because it has two common structures. The first is with but. Use the structure to show that you wanted to do something in the past, but you couldn't or you could not. Like this. I would have traveled to Rome, but the government cancelled international flights. I couldn't. It wasn't possible. But if it were possible, I would have traveled. I would have loaned you the money, but I didn't have any, so I didn't have money to lend you. And again, would have also forms the result clause of a past unreal conditional. If I had known they were vegetarians, I would have made a salad. I would have made a salad if I had known they were vegetarians. What is this? It's the same. But if you say right here, I am starting with the conditional if, then the past perfect, the comma to divide my clauses, and then the modal verb with the past tense. And here is the opposite. So you can use it in both ways. Should have means that something did not happen, but we wish it had happened. We use should have to talk about past mistakes, and it is like this. I was so worried about you. You shouldn't have left home. You shouldn't. You know how to use the modal verb with the negative verb, but in this case it's the same. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Because I told you that it is very similar to the present perfect, and in the present perfect you use the negative in have, haven't, or have not, or has not, or hasn't. It is not the same case. You use the negative word not in the modal verb. Like this. Shouldn't or should not. The next example. I should have known better with a girl like you. This is a very popular song from the Beatles. Should have known better. I should have died out there with my man, but now I'm not anymore a cripple. What is this? I should have died out there with my man, but now I'm not anymore a cripple. It's a popular or famous dialogue from Forrest Gump the movie. Yes, done. Might, must, may, will. What about them? Yes, we can also use these modal verbs. They are also important, and it's correct to use them with the have in the past participle. For example, when we use will, we refer back from the present. It's like this. It's nearly 8 o'clock. They will have arrived by now. My dad will have repaired the leakage when you buy the tools. Now, may, to express possibility. Camila may have been upset. I couldn't really tell if she was disparate or sad due to she couldn't celebrate her birthday as she wanted. She's becoming or getting 15 and she cannot celebrate her birthday because of this lockdown. You may have been the best of your class. That is another possibility, but according to the past. Maybe I'm talking with a grown-up person and I'm telling him or telling her that she was the best of his class, but I'm using the modal verb. I can say you may have been the best of your class. Might, to refer back from a point of time in the past. I was very worried. I thought someone might have taken the car, but it was not. To refer back from a point of time in the future. For example, we won't eat until they arrive. They might not have had supper. What is that? It's something like this. Well, the dinner. Might, again, to express possibility. Easier. Gustavo might have taken the bus. I'm not sure how he got to work. Herminio and Sonny might not have bought the tickets for the movie because they didn't have money. It wasn't possible because they didn't have money. And what about Gustavo's example? He doesn't know how to move on the city using the public transport. So I'm not sure how he got to work. Gustavo might have taken the bus, or maybe a taxi, or maybe someone having a ride, or I don't know. That is example. I'm sorry if you listen those sounds. My neighbor has a pink. So sorry, an animal. Well, next example. Must, to express certainty. That must not have been the right restaurant. I guess there is another one around here somewhere. Okay, this is the best example that I can give you over you or tell you because it happened to me often when I worked in downtown Tampico, at Tampico downtown. I work in this restaurant, Carleone restaurant. It is on Salvador Diaz Miron Street, and people used to attend this place, and they were sitting over there waiting for someone, and then they told me, "Hey, what is the name of this restaurant?" And I told them, "It's Carleone. Would you like something else or something like that?" Because I was the waiter. "Oh, do you sell coffee here?" They told me. "Yes, we do." Yes, I do. But the matter, that is not the matter. The matter is that they were not in the right restaurant. They were expecting to be in this Degas Cafe. It's a cafeteria on the other corner, along the street, one side to other. So they were in the ground restaurant, and this phrase was the one that I always heard. That must not have been the right restaurant. I guess there is another one around here somewhere. And yes, it is. They were expecting to be in a restaurant. Well, thank you guys for watching. Any question you have, let me know. So we will see each other in a couple of hours. See you guys. Study.